Hey guys, how's it going? Bellefeuille here. I decided to do a little video to basically explain you guys my fitness journey. So when I was 14 years old, um, well, first of all, I played hockey all my life. I was a goaltender, being a goaltender since basically novice. My father was a goaltender, and I picked it up myself, and I picked it up in novice and never left the net since. So I played all my life hockey. When I was 14 years old, that's where I guess, my fitness journey began. Um, I was never the top goaltender. I was never the guy that would make the AAA teams and everything. And when I went into ninth grade, I kind of figured out, after being cut from midget AAA, being cut from high school, and I was ending up midget A, that I needed to be basically changes if I wanted to be a better hockey player, because I still had that dream, right? I wanted to be the best. I wanted to make the NHL. I wanted to be the best goaltender. So that's where I started off training in the gym. Basically, some simple hockey programs that I had some people do for me. They helped me out a lot, and I kind of saw that the harder I worked, the better I was getting on the ice. So the easier the game was for me. So the more advanced, the year after, I pursued to make my high school team. Afterwards, I continued. Always, oh yeah, and that's another thing. I was waking up before school. Me and my current business partner, actually, Matt Maya, he used to pick me up because he's a little older than me and I couldn't drive. So he would pick me up in the morning, would hit the gym, and after that we would go to school. Afterwards, I would have hockey practice, dry land, and everything, and then it was off to bed. So we kind of did that. Actually, ninth grade I did it on my own, but in 10th grade he was doing it with me, and after that, same thing in 11th grade. So in 10th grade, like I said, I was playing midget A. So afterwards, I played high school, and my last year I made midget AAA. So what I basically found was the harder I worked, the better I was getting, and even though I was not someone that has been gifted or some given passes and everything, I worked so goddamn hard that they had no choice but taking me. So afterwards, I pursued my hockey career in Quebec. It did not last too long, for many reasons, but I'm very happy because I pushed it until that level. And you know what? My best hockey and my best performance in hockey and how I felt on the ice was that year, to be honest. Why? Because I did not focus on any specific hockey training, that summer. I did some pure bodybuilding and some pure strength training. And I was so quick on the ice, and even, Matt he came down to see me from Moncton, drove to Quebec to see probably one of my only games in net. And he told me, I was like, oh my God, man, you were so fast. And I was like, oh wow, thanks. But I kind of thought, how come? And that's where I found that I was actually being stronger, faster, and better because of weight training, hypertrophy, strength training in general, like I said, bodybuilding style. So afterwards, I decided that when I stopped hockey, I was going to pick up bodybuilding. I've been looking at bodybuilding since I started in the gym. In the gym, I remember being 14, looking at videos of Ronnie Coleman, Frank McGrath, looking at videos like guys like that, and finding them. It was amazing. It was just amazing to see the way that those guys would dedicate themselves to that sport. So, and I always said, I want to be a bodybuilder, but I'm a hockey player. And when I didn't have hockey anymore, I had no more excuse, right? So I decided, well, why not? I'm going to step on stage. So I was 18. I did my first show at the age of 18, made the cut for the national class for nationals, prepped for nationals at the age of 19, stepped on stage, and got my ass hooked. The guys were huge. The guys were a lot bigger than me, more developed, a little older too, but just overall, I've learned a lot and said, I need to be more mature, I need more size, I'm going to take some time, and I'm going to build myself. So once again, going through the process, and that's where I found powerlifting. Powerlifting was brought actually as a off-season training by actually one of my good friends now, Greg Doucette. Greg was my coach. We were supposed to be prepping for another bodybuilding show. That did not happen because we found powerlifting. He did my first powerlifting prep, and I slowly but surely make very, very quick progress. And I was finding this new style of training very, very fun because there was a lot of weights that would have been moved around. So I did my first powerlifting meet. Actually, I bombed my first powerlifting meet. So basically bombing meaning that I came in. Before coming in, I injured myself warming up, tweaked in my left glute, which I squatted, I think it was, 545 on a single leg. Did not go too well. So I bombed my first powerlifting meet. And I decided to, the same day I remember going into the gym and saying, you know what, screw this, I'm starting my prep now for the next one. So right after, the same day, literally a couple hours after completely screwing up a full prep on a single lift, not making a single lift. So I screwed up all my prep for this. And literally on that day, I decided that I was prepping for the next one. I always kind of been like that. I always have goals, and I will not stop until they're achieved, or that I feel like there's no more, like I've done really all I can do in that area, and then I'll pick something else. Example, hockey. I'm very happy with I did, but I obviously didn't make where I really wanted to, which is okay because I've given all I had. So that day I decided to go on and to get my next one. I gave myself pretty good expectations. I wanted 2 national records, and I came in that November. I was 20 years old, and I did break 2 national records. It was a very happy day for me. My last deadlift was a 600-pound deadlift. Me weighing 198, so a triple body weight deadlift, actually broke the total record. So that was a very interesting lift too. After that, I was already thinking about my next meet and how I wanted to break more records. So I basically came in the gym. Brandon Lilly did my prep for that meet, and he was going to do it again for my next one. So he came in and decided that I would go and do something pretty, ridiculous. I did a double full power meet. So basically I competed as 2 different people. I came in as a full power raw and a full power raw assisted. By the way, all my lifts are done raw or raw assisted, which means that I do not wear gear like a lot of powerlifters do. I only have a belt, and if I do raw assisted, I have knee wraps. That's it. That's all. There's no help on anything. Just to clarify that. So basically, I came in and I did double what everybody did to break more records. Fortunately, I did break 5 national records in a single meet, which was pretty cool. But I did not. I wanted 8, to be honest. That was my goal, which it was achievable because of my lifts in the gym and everything. I gave myself some room. Some were going to be harder, but it was still achievable. So I really wanted 8. But, I'm very satisfied because of my 5 records that I got in a single meet. The other kind of crazy part was that I decided to do this. I decided to do my meet, and 3 weeks after that, stepped on stage. a lot of people have been asking me through my powerlifting prep, oh, Alex, are you stepping on that bodybuilding stage? You know, there's a show in 4 weeks. Are you doing the Atlantics? Are you doing the Atlantics? Are you doing... And I'm like, no, I'm doing powerlifting. And they're like, what? Powerlifting? You don't look like a powerlifter. You're too lean, you're too this, you're too that. And I kind of said, well, why can't I? And they're like, oh, but no, powerlifters need to have some, you know, some fat on them. That's how you get strong. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to prove everybody that if I want to do something, if I want to look a certain way, lift a certain way, I can do it because it's my thing, right? I decide what I want to do. It's my passion. Nobody else is going to tell me basically you can do this and you can't do that because you look like this or you look like that. So this is what I did. Santana Anderson helped me a lot. Awesome having him by my side to do this. But basically what we did was bring my body from a powerlifter to a muscle model with the WBFF. So I broke my 5 national records and I had 3 weeks to dial in for my bodybuilding show for the WBFF LA muscle model show. So it was not very, very hard for me because I always do eat clean. I like the feeling of it. I have a lot more energy and everything. So it was very easy. You know, I put in the time and everything, but it wasn't too crazy. And I stepped on stage, had a blast, and you know what? Fell back in love with bodybuilding, with old school classic bodybuilding, which is what I called the WBFF muscle model. So it basically to help you guys kind of see what the WBFF and what a muscle model is. Take physiques back in the day like Frank Zane or any old school bodybuilder. They had this nice, you know, this X shape. So very broad shoulders, tiny waist, and good legs. This is the physique that I want to portray, and this is what the WBFF looks for. So that's the reason why I love the WBFF and why I will continue competing with them. That being said, had a blast at the LA show, and now we are currently prepping. The reason why I'm going from New Brunswick to Los Angeles is that I will be prepping for the Vancouver WBFF show in July 25th. I'm very happy to have joined Team DeLauro. Eric DeLauro, Mr. Canada Pro Trainer, will be prepping me, like I said in my last video. Very happy to see what he will bring to my physique. Very excited. But that's kind of my fitness journey. So we will hopefully we'll definitely see some great results from this prep. I'm definitely going for a pro card. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going full force, like everything I do. You know, I head for a meet. I head for records. I head for a show. I want that first place. I always strive for the top, and I'll never stop doing that. With anything that I pick, it needs to be something that I set myself up for success. So I get into that mindset that I will be the best, I will beat everybody. After it's done, it's done. I will learn from it. I will take everything positive out of every experience. So that's basically my fitness journey. So from being a hockey player, from a little goaltender, weighing about maybe 165, being 18 years old, to a 21-year-old muscle model now, weighing 205 pounds. That's kind of where I came. So basically, if you can retain something from this little video, is that anything that you do work hard at and you continue pushing, you will be successful. If you keep on pushing and you keep consistently going at it over and over again, you will be one day successful. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment below, like, share, message me on Facebook if you have any videos, any questions that you want me to make. It'll be a pleasure for myself to do so. And we'll see you soon, guys. Take care.